Okay, we are live. Let's see how good's the. There we go. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. I'm sorry about that, but it was taking up so much bandwidth downloading them that I couldn't even feed that 3D printing feed from the basement. It was that clogged. I didn't figure I'd be able to do a stream at all with that much done. And I'd run out of space to store the videos on StreamYard. So every so often I got to clear that out. I apparently just was a bit behind on it. All right, let's carefully move this here. I did do a poll question and a goal. They're entirely optional. No need to worry about them if you don't want to. All righty. Let's see. We are doing get those up on the one stack. Yep. Okay. So for this, we're going to use 8 of these. We've got 9. Might as well toss this one in here. And we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Today hasn't been the funnest of days. First time I tested my blood sugar this morning, I was like 191. That was about lunchtime, and I hadn't really eaten much of anything. I had some oatmeal, but I didn't realize it was going to spike my sugars that high unless that was from overnight. But I went ahead and got on the elliptical for about 15 to 20 minutes. That dropped me down to about 98. And for dinner, I had wings. That was what Mrs. Torin wanted for dinner. And so that arrived, and I had that, waited about half an hour, and I'm down to like 80. I think it was 86 or whatever. So my head's finally starting to feel a little bit better. It's kind of dizzy. All right, 6, 7. All right. You need 9 more of those. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 3 more. 14. Oops. 15 and 16. Okay, that's so all of the beige ones. Oops. Should probably put these back in there too. Hey, Gwen, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Melee, it's good to see you on as well. Saw you earlier on Flux's Project Zomboid. And pretty sure I saw you last night on the stream. I think it was Danny's chat. Could have been somebody else's. I was flipping around between the different streams just to try and help drive up the watch numbers and hit likes on all the channels. All right, so we need 8 of those. There's 5 there. And that's 4 there, so we got 8 of those. And we need 6 of the 90-degree ones. There's 6 of them. All right, now we just need some of the white ones. And yes, the vast majority of Legos for these are white. Okay. There's the 1x3s. All right, so I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and 1x6. Nope, that's 2x6s. 1x6 is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, I also need the 2x6s as well. I need 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. All right, and oh, Maley says I was on Hayden. Okay, yep, I was on his a fair amount too. Gwen says that's kind of low. When my blood sugar is under 100, my speech gets slurred. I feel real shaky. What I've read is it should be between like 80 and 120 most of the time. And I do know I occasionally get low sugar if I have too much sugar in the morning and I'm not active enough or I don't keep eating. I figure what it is that I've digested some food, I've got some free sugar in my blood, and then my body releases enough insulin to deal with it, and then I eat it. It goes through all of it. But if I'm not still eating throughout the day, it goes, oh, we're out of sugar, but we still got some insulin here, so I feel shaky from that. If that happens, I usually try and eat something. I feel fairly decent fairly quickly. But that's not what I'm feeling like, so I figure I'm okay for that. And Melee Cormier, thumbs up and a smiley face. And Melee says, good to see you, Gwen. How are you? And Marmar is on. Hey, Marmar, it's nice to see you. Hello, hello. And Gwen says hello to Marmar, and Melee says, hey, Marmar. Marmar says hi to Gwen and to Melee. And Gwen says, I'm doing okay, sitting here knitting a hat. Hope you all are doing okay. I do have to say, I am aware that we do have kind of a I'm aware of the parasocial relationships, and not everybody knows everybody really well in this field or whatnot. And I know I'm not that big of a channel, and there's no obligation. Oops, got the 90s here. I need 12 of those. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I just have to say that it did kind of hurt that I didn't get an invite. So I realize that's kind of just me, but just figured I would share that. I did watch like the first 3 hours of it, and then I was just feeling so drained that I kind of fell asleep in bed. Admittedly, if you're going to fall asleep, that's probably the place to do it. But for the last couple of days, I've been feeling kind of like really drawn out. And I think I figured out part of what was the cause of that, in addition to possibly being the prednisone, the steroid that Symbicort I take for my apparent coughing asthma or whatnot. I was misreading how the indicator dial was working on the inhaler, and apparently the yellow is not for it's time to refill your prescription. It's the you may not be getting all the medicine. Because when I switched over to the new inhaler this morning after taking my pills in the morning, it was obvious, okay, the cough I've had for the last week or so, since I felt like I was over whatever cold it was, apparently is going to be going away in a day or so, because I felt much better immediately on the new dispenser. So give me a second here, folks. But anyway, my sinuses are clearing out, and I am coughing a lot less, and I'm feeling a lot better in that regard. So I'm hoping things will be acceptable fairly soon. All right, and okay, so this one, oops, sits out here like this. But I was also thinking that, if I want to be considered to be invited on places, I should probably, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Huh. Oh, four. Okay, that's right, four. I should probably, oh, duh. This is the four wide. There we go. I should probably be better at inviting people on here. So if anybody's like a YouTube streamer that I've interacted with, and you want to hop on a stream with me, please just let me know. I'm usually be more than happy to have somebody on with me. And I'm also happy to go on other people's streams. And I do realize networking is kind of the name of the game here. So, but again, I don't feel that there's anybody has an obligation to me. I appreciate when people do share, but I don't expect it. And that's why I wanted to say that I didn't feel that anybody had an obligation to send me an invite. I just felt sad that I wasn't able to be in the category of being offered one. And so I'm trying to improve a bit. So that might be the case in the future. But again, I don't feel that anybody has any obligation to me, but I do appreciate the kindness that people occasionally can extend. All right, so those go there. All right, and that goes there. Okay, looks like it's fairly obvious how this one sets out. And okay. I actually did go back for seconds on the wings because they were pretty darn tasty. Anyway, the reason I asked the like and subscribe poll question, as Jeff used to say, is I've started in on another series called. Let's see, did I get that one off? Or no? That's why those are off. Helps if I actually look at what it is I'm doing. Let's use this here. Anyway, I started a new series called Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I finished the first book in the series, and I figured I'd do a little bit of a review if people were interested in that. If not, I'm perfectly fine not doing it. But I'll wait till the poll has had a chance to have some people answer it so that there we go. At least have an informed opinion of what you folks would like or not like. And the answers are, of course, all meant to be humorous. So Alrighty. Let's see. That's looking a little more sensical in layout here. Let me catch up with chat real quick here. All right, Erica Olson is on. Hi, Erica. Hello to me, to Gwen, Maylee, and Marmar. And Maylee says, I missed maybe approximately 1 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Fell asleep by accident. Woke up when they were wrapping up the stream. And Gwen says hi to Erica. And Maylee says, hey, Erica. And Maylee says, I don't think they didn't give you an invite on purpose. I felt like they were organized and not at the same time. I figure it's probably something like that. And again, I realize I am not that large of a stream, and they may have just kind of like started at the ones that were closer, like Flux, or were larger, like Ian and Rob, and kind of hit a limit where it's like, oh, we got a bunch of people invited. I probably should stop here. And that's what I'm saying, is that as far as not making the cut, not that anything other than like, okay, this is what we got here. And I know that Jeff was really great at promoting the channel here for the braiding, and just the fact that he liked my streams, which is, I think, really the most important part of all that. Right, and okay, so those are all there. Now I can get these in place. There we go. That's looking better now. Yeah, no, I'm still not quite all the way caught up here. And Marwa says, hi, Erica Olson. And Erica says, oh, you should have reached out to Nick or Danny. I'm sure you would have been welcome. I'm also kind of really scatterbrained the last few days because of apparently not having the exact right medicine. And I think the prednisone is also kind of messing up my thinking a bit. So, and it's, I admit I do have kind of a hard time doing the putting yourself out there thing, which I know I should be better at, but it's still kind of like getting over that. Let's see. Also, it's one of those things where it's like when I was watching it, and somebody had said they'd sent out the invites, and then I realized, oh, okay, well, let me check, and like, okay, didn't get one. And I was also tired enough at the time. It's like I would have felt like a jerk asking for one and then probably crashing out fairly quickly. So, but like I said, my thinking has been a little bit scatterbrained lately. Marma says, I didn't watch any of the streams for Jeff. Didn't have it in me. Yesterday was busy. I understand that entirely, Marmar. And my thoughts go out to you again. And just virtual hugs. Let's see. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. And there. And there. All right. And Maylee says, Erica Olson, yes. And Maylee says, it's hard to say goodbye to Jeff. Yep. All right. And I admit I didn't have a whole lot of backstream chatter with Jeff, just because I know he was so busy, and I didn't want to be that guy that it's like loading up DMs and just making it hard to deal with all the stuff, especially with how many people he dealt with online. All right. And let's see, I believe these go here. This move isn't taking all that long to do. Anyway, when Mrs. Torn decides it's time for her to go to bed, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream then. because where did that one go? Now let me get the rest of these in, and then I'll go quickly hunt for it. Anyway, she's been up since yesterday afternoon, so I don't want to interrupt her sleep when she wants to get to sleep. But she's had dinner and she's watching TV with our roommate, and that usually takes her a couple hours as she decompresses. Also, we had to pick up a rental car for her today because her car is going into the mechanic tomorrow to get the engine replaced. And hopefully that will go reasonably well. Technically, it's blown a head gasket, but the amount of work to fix that and compare with just like getting a used engine and swapping it out is enough extra work that it's pretty much the same thing to just get the other engine. And it'll probably be better long term for the car for how long it'll be usable. And other than that, Mrs. Torn is very happy with the car. She doesn't have any real problems with it, and she likes driving it. And she spent quite a while looking for like this specific model because when we are on vacation, she is the primary shopper for our department, and she wants a vehicle that you can put down the front passenger seat flat along with the back seat flat, and you can stack in long stuff. So she can fit about 9 feet of lumber into it. All right. Figure out where that one went. Give me a second here, folks. Found it. And I found another. Got to bump the table just a bit. There we go. Fun part is standing up. I'm still having a bit of issue with that, but I am doing better. That one goes in there. And there we go. That's the one that didn't get put in. Alrighty. We seem to be doing good there. And let's see. Erica said it wasn't about big or small. It was about Jeff. I just think there were so many. It was just hard to think of everyone. You to fit in. Rob forgot his med and was jumping rabbit holes. Yeah, I caught his Friday Night Frenzy stream this morning, and I definitely understand that. Speaking of which, I got a call back from the practice I was trying to get into for ADHD management, and I have an appointment in March. So I'm hoping by March I will start having improvement in being able to start projects and getting stuff done. All right. Let's see. So for this one, need 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. And same size in white, I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since it looks like this is pretty much where we're building up from, should start moving faster now for each of the moves. All right, so I need the next size down one, which is in here. Yep, okay, so we need 4 of these as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we need 12 1x6s in the beige. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And 4 of the 1x4 flat tops. Just take these large ones out here that are stacked. Because since the flat tops can't be stacked, they're always loose. All right, so I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and that's all of the beige. Put those back in. White, 1x6s. We need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2x3s. We need 8 of them. So there we go. And 8 of these. And 8 of these. I already got 6 here. They just knock these all off. Or 7. And grab 1 extra. All right, that can go under there now. And grab that 1 loose one. All right. And 8 of the 1x4 flat tops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 16 1x's. White and I think those are yellowish green clear round ones, 16 of those. So, all right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And yep, here's the transparent one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. There we go. We got all the ones we need for this move. And Melee says, yay, that's good news. Erica also says that's good news. And Gwen says that's good. So, yep, I agree as well. All right, so let's go with the easy ones first. There. There. And there. And okay, these line up the front. And okay, one by squares here. At least that one did not fall on the floor. Okay, so now that I know where those ones go, then these can go here. I can line them up well enough that I can get them to fit in between the other two. All right, that looks correct there from the design, or from the picture. Let's see if I can put them in this way. Yep, that seems to work. And these go down, they're fitting on smoothly. I hope they're not smooth enough they pop back up off. That would be a pain. I put these on wrong. Not super wrong. But just enough wrong that it won't look right. Okay. Actually, let's use a little wrench for this. Pop that up. This goes in here. And that goes over there. And then this one goes like that. And that one goes there. And that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. This goes here. And where did that? There. That one went here. And this one goes here. And whoops, I grabbed the wrong type here. I need one with a flat top. Nope, that one's a bit short. And I do apologize if I'm a bit distracted. I did say my head's feeling a bit off. Seeing plenty of the 1x3s. I'm not seeing the 1x4 flat top. Grab a couple more out of here. See if that helps what I can see. At least those will be easy to find because they're stacked together and not loose. Don't tell me they shorted me on one. All right, well, I'm going to take out this 1x4 rounded ends. I'll carefully put these back. If I don't see it, I'll use that as a temporary replacement. Shouldn't be too bad of a swap out. It's the right length. It just has knobbly bits on the top. If I have enough of the, I have 1x2s. I don't think I do. I don't know if I might have a 1x3 and a 1x1. I might try and do that. But these ones I know go in here. I'll stick this one back here. All right, those go in there. And let's see. All right, these. Any other ones in place to be able to see where that is. All right, so 1x6s. They go up here in white. Manly says, what's your favorite anime TV show? Let me think about that. I like Overlord a lot, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I also just watched Freerend Beyond Journey's End, which is also really good. I used to like Neon Genesis Evangelion back in its original run, but I'm not really sure I like that much of it currently. Give me a second here. Trying to think of, I guess currently I would say of anything I can think of off the top of my head, Freerun is definitely in the top 2 or 3. right, so the long ones line up here. Yeah, let's get these in place, and the rest will be easier to figure out. Whoops. Ah. It's one of those ones where I gotta probably pull up the camera to be able to tell what it is that I need to do with these. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Okay. I think I've got it now. The long ones go here, side to side, left to right from my viewpoint, and extend out there. And then in the opposite direction, the slightly shorter ones finish out the square or rectangle, whatever it ends up being. There we go for that. And okay, 2x3. Next one out on all the positions. Melee says I might look into getting on Crunchyroll to watch some. If you like anime, that's definitely one of the better services for that, from my understanding. There's enough different types of anime out there, and I like a lot of them. That's one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time saying what my favorite one is. Did I grab one too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, no, that's where that one went. Let's see, and I believe these ones go here. I actually don't watch a ton of anime. Oh, it's supposed to have 8 there. I'm guessing I only got 4. Guess I must have misread that one. All right, let's grab some more. Nope, that's a 2x1. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Now I got enough. Trying to think of other animes. I've occasionally watched like the Dragon Ball type anime, and while there's some interesting things in there, it's not really one that holds my fascination for very long. Mainly because they're so slow in moving forward with the plot. For some of the odder ones, I did like Parasite, but that's got a lot of body horror in there. So, and there's some older ones I liked as well. Let's see. Okay, so these go here. Yeah, I'm thinking hard on this. If I come up with anything else, that it like suddenly pops in my head and it's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? I will go ahead and post that as a community post. Hope you guys don't mind my using that so much, but it is a useful tool for me to let you know what's going on. I guess I should probably, it's been long enough. I should go ahead and start talking about, let me look at the poll results. Whoops. I just flipped one loose. Let's see. Get this one here. See if I can figure out where that one I flipped out of my fingers went. Okay. In my lap. Let me just take a look at what the poll results were before I get into the review of Dungeon Crawler Carl. All right, let's see. Let's end the poll. Okay. 4 votes. Everybody agrees with me giving reviews, so I'll go ahead and do that. It says so many TV shows and movies that I need to watch, but I'm busy watching live streams. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I've been finding Audible useful. Normally, I tend to listen to live streams at work, but I'm trying to like alternate that with listening to books as well. I noticed I was kind of getting focused in on them to the point where I wasn't enjoying them as much, and it was getting kind of repetitive. So I figured I'd go ahead and so these ones go here. I'd go ahead and try getting back into listening to books again and see how I'd like it. And so far, it's been working pretty good. So the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, I think they've got 6 books out in audio, and the 7th one should be out fairly soon. I've listened to the first one, and I was going to just pick up the second one, but then I noticed that Mrs. Torren's Christmas gift for me is a 5-pack of Audible credits, so she can get the books that she likes to listen to repeatedly that have gone off the Audible Unlimited, where you don't have to pay for them, so that we can get them and she can keep them and listen to when she would like. And as far as the 5-packs go, you got to buy them 5 at a time, and you can only buy it when you don't have any credits. So I figured, okay, there's 5 more books out, and I'll get those, get another 5-pack, and that'll replace the one I use. So Mrs. Torren still has the ability to get the one she wants without me messing anything up. All right, so let's see. Okay, so these go on the back ones here. All right, so Dungeon Crawler Carl is an isekai type story or progression fantasy. The main character, Carl, is unfortunate to be on Earth when the system gets implemented. Basically, there is a galactic or intergalactic civilization, and they've pulled a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing where they claimed planet Earth and all its mineral resources, and we had like 50 years to complain about it and assert our sovereignty, and that didn't happen. So in the middle of a very wintry Seattle stormy night, Carl, who has just broken up with his girlfriend, who has gone on a Caribbean vacation with an ex-boyfriend that she got back together with. He's in their apartment looking for a new place to live, and he's babysitting his ex-girlfriend's cat, who is a show cat that is probably worth more than Carl makes in a year, and goes to cat shows and wins a lot of prizes and first places and ribbons. And anyway, he decides that since she's no longer his girlfriend and he's in the house by himself, the fact that she doesn't like him smoking is not a thing he's going to worry about anymore. So he cracks the window open, which he's done several times before, because the cat doesn't really like the cigarette smoke smell. And he's on like the second story in the apartment building. And just right after he lights up, the cat decides, hey, I'm going to check out the outside, and jumps out onto a tree branch outside, runs down the tree, realizes it's winter, runs back up, and says, hey, why are you not letting me back in, metaphorically speaking, and starts howling up a storm. So it's the middle of the night. He's got to get the cat back in before the cat gets too cold. And so he tosses on a leather jacket. He's wearing shorts, and he can't find his boots, so he wears his ex-girlfriend's pink Crocs, heads out, and as he's trying to talk the cat out of the tree, that's when the aliens implement their conversion of Earth, where they harvest all of the minerals, which as a side effect means that anybody who is indoors of any building or whatever instantly dies, because all the buildings get sucked into the planet. And so he's pretty much by himself. He gets told through a planet-wide apparent mental announcement what's going on, and that the people that are remaining, there's a chance that they can reclaim sovereignty of the planet. They just have to go through the essentially process to try and assert that, which is to go through a 18-level world dungeon and try to get down to the 18th floor at the bottom of the dungeon. It's being set up on Earth as the announcement's going, and they open up doorways, with warmth in them, and Carl decides whether he wants to or not, he needs to get warm. So he takes him and the cat, who was in the tree and fine, into one of these entryways. And very shortly thereafter, the cat, whose name is very long but includes Princess Donut, gets an enhanced pet biscuit and becomes smarter and stronger than Carl, but decides that she really likes Carl too. And she remembers everything from when she was a cat and is able to understand what it meant, and decides she's going to declare Carl to be her royal bodyguard, and she's the head of the party. And they've got to get down at least to level 9 where they have a chance to survive. Some of the scenarios are kind of messed up because they start out with 13 million survivors entering the dungeon, and by the time they go from the first level to the second level, it's gone from 13 million to 3, and there's 17 more levels to go. But people get like skill sets. There's fantasy monsters. It's kind of like a D&D dungeon with a bunch of modern jokes thrown in. It's kind of funny and kind of messed up, but that gives you kind of the background. So hopefully, if anybody's interested, it is on Audible. It's like either a credit or like 17 or 18 bucks for the books. The books look like they're between, like the shortest one I saw was 11 hours runtime. The longest was about 26. But yeah, I enjoy it. Just be aware that there's some really messed up scenes and scenarios in there, but it's all kind of stuff you would expect from the fact that this alien government has decided to take over the planet and make the survivors go through a dungeon scenario to basically weed them all out. Oh, and as they're going through the scenario, it's kind of like a reality TV show broadcast to the rest of the galaxy. And while they do make some money off of harvesting the minerals, the real money is in the dungeon show. Sorry about that. And I think what said Melee Cormier, same here as far as busy watching live streams. Melee says, sounds interesting. And Erica says, I don't watch much TV beyond Jeopardy and local news unless there's something special on. Gotta have my soda stream. Readjust here. And it looks like everything is white except for 6 of the 90 degrees in black. I'll just grab them out here, and since I can tell where they're going to be because it's the same spot. Whoops. Did I? Nope, yep, that is supposed to have a gap there. Let's get these on here real quick, and then I'll get the rest of the white ones counted out. Oh, I have 3 of the storage boxes printed out. One of them is a 6-drawer. The other 2 are 8 drawers. The video that I was showing at the start of the stream as the kind of waiting screen is the last 2 drawers that are going to fit in the current box, and misplaced that one there. It takes about 5 hours to print 2 of the drawers. It takes about 21, 22 hours to print one of the boxes. And fortunately, I don't seem to be having problems with it getting knocked off the plate anymore. So I think I'm good to go for continuing to make stuff with that. So I still haven't gotten the time lapse to work again since I've set it back up, which is annoying. I don't really have the exact right camera setup for that, but I do want to start doing time lapses so I can upload videos, because apparently YouTube likes it when you upload videos instead of just live stream. So I'm hoping that'll also help things go better with the channel. All right, so 1, 2. Okay, so that's the large one. So for these, 1, 2, 3. I'll also live stream tomorrow. If we hit the goal, it'll be a shop stream. If not a shop stream, it'll probably be another one of these not really Lego streams. All right, so 8 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Eight 2x4s. Got a short stack of them here. All right, there's 8 2x4s. I need 8 2x3s. I think the 2x3s are in this one here. Yep. All right, so 8 of those. And 8 2x2s. And I think I've got them in here as well. And I did a slightly different stack set for those. They should be relatively easy to find. Yeah, I think that's some there. All right, so 8 of them. 3, 6. 7 and 8. Okay. And 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 2 is 20. All right, and 1 by 4s, we need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we also need 1 by 3s. Actually, while I've got this out here, I had some extras. Those that I didn't have room for on here because I didn't have enough of them, or enough of the big square ones rectangle ones to stack these on. Let's get them all together so I know where to find them all. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh, and another thing about the world dungeon is you have time limits before the level you're on gets collapsed. And you don't have, I mean, and if you're stuck there, you're gone. So in addition to surviving, you have to get to the pass to the lower level in time. All right, and 1 by 3. So I'm pretty sure I saw a 1 by 3. Yep. All right, so I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to leave that out there just because it's going to be hard to find at this point. All right. Let's see. We got 6 people on YouTube, 2 on Twitter, and 2 more on Rumble. All right, let's see. Yeah, gotta get the camera out. I can't really see the lines in between where one block ends and another starts. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so the 2 by 10. Goes there. And two by 2. Use the wrench to pop these apart since it's a little hard to do it with fingers alone. There we go. Two by 2. Two by 2. And of course, I'm starting a migraine. Fortunately, these days, most of my migraines don't actually wind up hurting anymore, which is a very pleasant change. But it does make it hard to see at times. And it's been over a week since my last one. And to be honest, after all the migraines I've had, if I just only get the visuals from them, that's a trade I'm more than willing to make. Unfortunately, they're not all that way. About 1 out of 5 winds up being a normal type migraine where your head hurts. All right, and oops, camera did not last that long this time. It's got an automatic timeout on it. All right. 2x2, and then a 2x4 on either side. I will have to say that splitting them up ahead of time definitely makes it faster to do these, and I feel less like I'm wasting your folks' time as I hunt for the pieces. And this one and the previous ones, I think I'm going to try and time lapse, and then post it like I did for some of the braiding videos. I'm really trying to step up my game on YouTube. All right, and whoops, I read that one wrong. I did 2x4s and I should have done 2x3s. Easy enough to fix. Right, let me just make sure that, yep. And the 2x4 goes there. Helps if I use the right end of that wrench. And there we go. There we go. And one of the things I should start doing as of tomorrow is probably getting to work on the design for Hayden's braid so I don't have too long where I'm not doing braiding. I did drop off the material safety data sheet for that plastic that I suspect might be causing my health issues to the rheumatologist. So we'll see if there's anything they can make out of that information, or any type of testing they can do. I suppose worst case scenario, we can do some sort of like allergy testing. Ooh, hey. Let me catch up real quick here. We got a super chat from Rayman YYC. Hey, from Calgary. Hey, it's nice to see you, Rayman YYC. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, let me do a quick thing here. Look what I got running. These are shelves for, sorry about the bright light. The lights are off in the basement. We've got the, I bought an STL for storage units for like, you know, small tools and the like. And they're about 150 millimeters on a side. They're designed to print without supports. You can do either resin or FDM. As you can see, I'm doing FDM. The drawers take about 5 hours each for 5 hours for a 2-pack. And the get my brain to function here. The container, if I've got it for 8 drawers, takes about 21, 22 hours to do. And I've gotten a couple of them printed without having a layer shift or knocked off the base plate. So I'm rather pleased with that. But I figured you would appreciate seeing that. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. So I did one box with 6 drawers, the original size. The new ones are, I've got like 110% of the original size to try and maximize my base plate usage. So those, I've got 2 of the bodies done, and they're 8 drawer each. So I will have 16 drawers to put in small tools and tool bits and things like that. That'll hopefully make it to where my garage shop is much easier to use. And Gwen says, hey to Rainman YYC. And Millie says, hey to Rainman YYC. And Rayman says, hey, Millie, Gwen. And Millie says, that looks cool. Thank you very much. And Rayman YYC, cool. I love the Delta robot. Yeah, it's an FL Sun V400. I know they've come out with 2 models since then, the S1 and the T1. But I don't see any reason I would need to upgrade just yet. One of the things I do want to eventually add to it is one of those color changer setups. it runs Clipper, so it should be able to handle it. It's just a matter of when I can afford it and along those lines. All right, so a bunch of these little 90s here. All right, so there and there, there, and there. I also, if you catch back on the replay later, I did a review of a new book I listened to called Dungeon Crawler Carl. Basically, the Earth mostly gets wiped out as it's taken over by a part of the galactic government, where they want to essentially strip mine the planet for resources. The survivors of the first thing, which basically sucks everything building wise into the Earth to be processed. So anybody inside those buildings instantly dies. The survivors who are outside get invited to participate in what they call a world dungeon. It's a planet-wide dungeon that is built under the surface of the planet, and they enter it, and they have to go down levels which have time limits before they get collapsed, and they wind up, if they can get low enough, they can either find a way to essentially join the galactic civilization somehow, or if they can get low enough, they can reclaim ownership of the planet. But the main thing that this is essentially a giant galaxy-wide reality show, and they've got to be entertaining as they go through here to basically have a chance of succeeding. And the main character is Carl, a former Coast Guard sailor, and the cat of his recent ex-girlfriend, who is an extremely valuable show cat, who shortly after enter the dungeon gets modified to where she still looks like a cat, but she is smarter and stronger than Carl and winds up becoming the head of their dungeoneering party. And her name is Princess Donut. It's snarky, funny, and kind of twisted. Because, hey, you just had an intergalactic or intergalactic civilization decide they're just going to take over your planet and basically make a reality show with the survivors. Okay, those go there. Those go there. All right, let's see. And got to use the camera again to see what it is that. Let's see. What is the name of the book? The first one is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Give me a second here, and I'll bring it up here. Let's see. Okay, here we go. It's by Matt Dinneman. Let's see. First one is Dungeon Crawler Carl. Next one is Carl's Doomsday Scenario. The Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook. The Gates of the Feral Gods, Butcher's Masquerade, and The Eye of the Bedlam Bride. And book 7, I don't think it's out yet, but it's going to be soon, and it's This Inevitable Ruin, sorry. But you can get it on Kindle or hardback or audio, and I've enjoyed the audio. It's well acted, and they have, I believe, additional sound, so it's not just a single narrator. Voices definitely sound different. There's an AI voice in there that has kind of like a machine tone to it. Let me catch up real quick here. Rayman YYC says, not a Vogon demolition order for a hyperspace bypass. I did say in my earlier review that they pulled a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it was a little more underhanded than they just didn't bother letting people know where they could look up the plans. It was actually, they make contact with the government, and then they have like 50 standard years or whatever to essentially assert their claim for the planet, that it's ours, and we assert our sovereignty. But they made contact with the Egyptians and told them, and it's been way too long, so they can't really do that. And Gwen says, so it's kind of like Running Man, but without Arnold Schwarzenegger. Kind of. They're looking to survive, and there's not many left, and it's being whittled down. And Connor Harrison, hey Connor, good to have you on. Morning. How long have you been building the Taj? This is my third run, or third stream with it, and I think I've got about 8 or 9 hours into it, or seven or 8 hours into it. Sorry, I did like a 4 and a 2 hour, and I've been at this a little over an hour. It's good to have you on. Welcome. I think I did that one. And Gwen says, Connor Harrison, hello. And Melee says, what's up, Connor Harrison? And Melee says, I'll add it to my list. Rayman Wild says, cool, thanks. Sounds right up my alley. And Connor Harrison says, hi, Gwen and Melee. And okay, I think that's all of them. Let's see. And where was I? Oh, yeah, I was looking for orientation on here. And I do apologize. I am a little out of it. My head's been feeling kind of wonky on the prednisone, and my blood sugars have been bouncing around. I'm doing better now, but still it's not as ideal as I would like. Okay, so a 1x4 and a 1x3 and then a 90. All right. So 1x4, 1x3, and a 90. Oh, while I am thinking about it, let me, Connor, would you like me to link the streams where I made the braid for your dad? Let me go ahead and find the playlist real quick. Okay, there we go, playlists. And there we go. All right, let's copy that. And there we go. That's the link for the playlist for me doing all the streams making the braid for your father. All right, and go back there and back there. Connor is saying better be taking care of yourself, Torn. Yeah, I actually had an issue with some severe muscle weakness that wound me up in the hospital in August, and I was doing okay. And as soon as it started back up again, I made immediate contact with the doctors that were aware of it, and we're trying to figure out what it is so that it can be treated. It might be one of the materials that I deal with at work. Since you're a machinist type guy, I work at a plastics machine shop, and we have a material that we use for making vacuum chambers. It's called CPVC, which is chlorinated polyvinyl chloride. The MSDS for it doesn't look too bad, but it's I may have a sensitivity to it, but yeah. So anyway, they can treat the muscle weakness with me taking steroids, which in this case is prednisone. But the side effect of the prednisone is it messes up your blood sugars, and I'm still trying to get a little bit better of a handle on that since I started taking it again. And my sugar was too high this morning, and I've been kind of dizzy all day as a result of it, even though my sugars are now back in the normal range. So So, like I said, I'm just a little out of it, but I'm definitely doing better than I was earlier today, and I am seeing all the doctors I need to make sure that get to recover for this. But yeah, after I got out of the hospital the first time around, I had like 90 days where I felt stronger than I had in like the last 5 years. So I'm hoping that will they'll be able to figure out what it is, because they couldn't figure it out the first time around, um, and come up with a treatment for it. But yeah, I've got a nice case of existential dread going on as a result of that. The only reason I'm not like, gibbering off into the sunset is because the first time around they came up with a treatment that worked for it, and we're doing it again, just trying to figure out what's going on. So, but yeah, it's not fun, but it does look like, we should be able to find out eventually what it is. It's just a question of how many invasive tests need to be going with it. And it seems to be more of a threat to mobility than to actual health. The main reason they admitted me to the hospital the first time around, because I also had pneumonia at the same time. But I'm not having that issue this time around. All right, let's get these in place. And actually, Connor, I don't know if I've mentioned this where you've heard it, but actually, I may have met your father when he was going to law school in Utah. He was in the Society for Creative Anachronism at the time, and I was living in Idaho, which is the same general kingdom. And I was actually fairly active going to events at the same time he was going to law school. So I probably have actually ran into him in person at some of the larger events. I just didn't realize that's who he was until we got to discussing things like the SCA. So, and he did post a picture of him about that age, and I'm pretty sure that I did meet and talk to him. I just don't really have a clear memory of it, unfortunately. All right, and what else is? Let's see. My eyes aren't all that great with this. I'm thinking maybe for future streams. All right, so one by. Oh, did I mess that up? Yes. No? Ah, yep, I did screw that up. No, what was I going to say about? I completely lost my train of thought. I apologize for that. All right, so. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of like taking high-res pictures and loading them on the computer so I could share it on screen with what it is that I'm actually trying to do with the instruction set. All right, and so that goes there, and that goes there. All right, there we go. Now I know what I need to do on this one. And this goes here. All right, so pop that off. And let's see. Catching the chat here, Rayman YYC. If you like alternate history, check out Harry Turtledove's World War series. I've read at least 3 volumes of that. I don't know if I got to the finish. Actually, I did get to the finish. World War II gets interrupted by an alien invasion. The Lizard's last survey showed Crusader Knights, and they came unprepared. And also, just to let you know that I have read it, there's an issue with Ginger as well. And I'm pretty sure I read the end of at least the initial run. I don't know if there were more books in that. But because I remember the one alien not surviving the gulag at the end in Russia. So, all right, good. That's all of them there. And Connor says, "Oh, nice. Yep." Because I really was looking forward to being able to like meet up with him if he came to the U.S. again. Since I'm still involved with the Society for Creative Anachronism, the biggest events in August in near Pittsburgh, and my wife and I are basically upper staff volunteers for that event, and that takes place in late July, early August. So we couldn't make it to. I couldn't get time close enough to that to go to Anime Matsuri and meet up with your dad and Hayden and Flux. Though Flux doesn't live too far from where I am now. I think it's somewhere like about a 3-hour drive. And having grown up in Idaho, I'm used to being 6 hours to the next major population center, aka Idaho Falls or Salt Lake City. And some of my aunts and uncles and cousins lived in Logan and Bountiful. So I've been down in that general area more than a few times. All right, so that is all of them for that move. Okay, we're ready for the next set. All right, and 4 more of these. Oh, 4 of these, not 4 more. Okay, so 1, meaning that's not more on here yet. 3 and 4 and 6 of the 90s. Alrighty. There we go. And but anyway, I was going to more on the machine shop thing, Connor. I've been working in machine shops for like the past 25 years at this point. Last 3 or 4 has been at a plastic place. Prior to that, I was in a metal machine shop. Some of the stuff we did there is we would make parts for Harley Davidson motorcycles. We did most of the gun lights for Streamlight flashlights, and it was an interesting place to work. Didn't work out too well the last few years at the other place, so I taught myself how to use Mastercam with their online courses when the lockdowns hit, because they couldn't do in-person training, and they made their online training free. So after that, the new place I'm at headhunted me, and I've been able to do like Mastercam programming, which has helped with like the 3D printing, and I've got a home CNC router. It's got like a 2-foot by a 4-foot bed on it, and I use that for making braiding equipment and other stuff like that. And I need 4 of those. All right. And mute for a second. And Rainman YYC says there's a follow-up set in the 60s where there's a ceasefire in place, and finally humans develop FTL and are able to visit home in a week of travel time. That sounds like that might be a little scary for the aliens. Let's see, what else was I gonna? Oops, 1, 2, 3. Another alternate history series that I like is called Grim Noir. It takes place in the 1930s on Earth, where somewhere around the mid 1850s, people suddenly started being able to do magic, but like just one specific type per person. And I mean, there's a bunch of stuff they could do with it, but it's like they get control of like one force or ability. Some people can like read minds, other people can heal. The main character, Jake Sullivan, is called a heavy, and he can essentially control gravity, making it stronger or weaker as he needs to. And while it's in the 30s, there's not really a German influence. They had a World War I went a bit differently, and there's no rise of a German painter. He got his movement got wiped out like very early on. So, okay, 1x4s. All right, there we go. Yep, 1x6s. Sorry, we need 4 of the 1x6s, not 6 of the 1x4s. All right, so 4 of those, and 4 2x4s, and stick them in here. Yep, 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 16 of the 90s. We got a couple of short ones here. Let's use those up. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There we go. And let's see, 1x3s. Oh, yeah, I said I took them out. All right, I need 12 of them. All right, so there's 4 there. So there should be another 1x3 back in here. 1x4, 1x4, 1x4. Guess it's in the okay, those are. Guess it's in here. There it is. All right, and we need 12 of them. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I got the 1x4s. All right, and 1x2s are in here. All right, so I need 16 of them. All right, so 10, 14, and 15, and 16. And I need some transparent ones, which are in this bag. All right, I need 4 2x2 flat top transparents. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 6 of the 1x2 flat top transparents. These I got to pour out my hand. All right, and Eric Olson says migraines suck. Yes, indeed they do. And Erica says hello, Rainman YYC, and Connor Harrison. And Connor Harrison says hi, Erica Olson. And Raymond YYC says hey, Erica Olson. And Gwen says please hit that like button, folks. Thank you very much for the reminder, Gwen. And Eric Olson says, cool, I'd love a 3D printer. I think you can get a 3D printer in the ballpark of $100. Oops. That almost went to the floor. But it's probably not going to be that great of one. It's going to be kind of a one where you use it to learn how to 3D print and do a lot of tweaks and stuff like that to make it where it works right. If you want to get one that like just prints, you're probably looking at about $400 to $600 for the entry level of those, and you can go all the way up to about probably 1,000 or so for some of the pop it out of the box and just run it. Ones that have a lot of support, like Bamboo Labs is well known for that. Yeah, I'll get that one later when I take the cover off. So that's 4 and 5 and 6. There we go. Actually, let me see if I can. Yeah, it's out of finger reach. All right, I'll just get it later. Also, I think about $200 to $300 is a reasonable price for a fairly decent resin printer. All right, all right, so I need 8 of the 1x squares and 32 of the 90-degree single pins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all those I need. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, half of the way there. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I'm pretty sure I'm using about all these up. That's why they're getting harder to find. 29, 30, 31, and 32. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. We got about 8 people on YouTube, 2 on Twitter, and 2 on Rumble. Got to be careful looking up or I get dizzy. All right, so 6. Yeah, I'll. Says to do these ahead of time. I'll give it a shot. But my experience has been telling me that it's not necessarily the best way to do these. Okay, that is the actually, I think I'll just do some of the other ones first. All right, so and or did I? Oh, I missed 4 of them. 4 of the 2x2 squares that are transparent. And got them a nice little stack there. There we go. All right, so we can start out with those. They go center here, overhanging by 2. All right. And then a 1x2 white on either side of them. I've done it for about an hour and 45 minutes. I'll probably stop at the end of this one just so Mrs. Torn doesn't have to stay up too late. Though I did say I would stop the stream when she's ready to call it a night. But the way my head's feeling, I probably should call it a night relatively soon too. Even though I may want to go out to the garage and organize tools and stuff like that. That probably won't be very long. All right. And then we have 2x4s. Four of them. And can't see clearly enough. Let's go ahead and use the camera again. All right, so I've got a all right, so 1x2 there. And a 1x3. There. And a 1x1 there. And a tall round one up here. And one of these side post ones. I can get it on the right orientation and in the right spot. There we go. And all right. Make sure I know where I am. $90 there. And two of these. Top and side, one buys. Actually, with two of them, I can use the wrench here, and I think I've got room to place these. I'll set that there. And that one there. And so those two should be able to just, there we go. That's much better. And then another, don't want that on the floor. All right, and then 90 around this corner here. And 1x2 here. Tall round there. I can get it on without it falling off. There we go. And that goes there. Actually, that should be enough. I can work on a little bit there. And let's see. Gwen says, with these openings and windows, I'm not sure there'll be a place to put treasure note in this build. Yeah, I think I can in the top of the dome, but I'll have to look through and make sure and plan for that. And Melee says, I'm sure there's a tiny space large enough for the note. Yeah, I can fold it up tight enough and really pack it in somewhere, but I'd like to make it, if we ever take it apart, I can get it to it easily. And Gwen says, so far there's a lot of openings and windows. People will be able to see there was something in there. When I get done with this, I'll show the cover where I think I can fit it in. All right, so 1x2 there. And let's see if I can make this work here. Let me try it this way. That worked out fairly well. And okay, and a 1x3 here. And 90. There. A single 1x there. And that goes, oops. Let's go ahead and put this on before I put this back. There we go. All right, and okay. Get one there. Excuse me. All right, those fit there just fine. And 90 around the corner. And a 1x2 there. And oops. Fell on the floor. Oops. Fortunately, it didn't go far. And that goes there. Might as well get these in place. Whoops. That's freestanding, so the taller it gets, the easier it is to knock it over. I'm assuming there's going to be a layer that uses these for supports, and I just have to wait till I get to there, and then it'll keep it from falling over because it'll be supported from the top and bottom. Okay. All right. And that goes there. That goes there. And get it on. There. And there we go. All right. And clear one goes there. Clear one. Oops. No, I did get it on, but it did get angled. Excuse me for a second here. Thank you. Sorry about that. Gwen says, I think you're still muted. Yes, indeed, I was. Sorry about that. I was just commenting on that I should break up the 90s off the stack because I keep grabbing them. Also, it's a pain in the butt to with the okay, 1x3 here with the side-mounted ones because they're always hard to get put into place without knocking something else out of alignment because these really aren't all that well designed for side pressure to put parts in. All right, and one more here, and then 90 here, and 1x3 there, and did I not? Oh, okay, they get put on this move. All right. So that one goes there. And this goes here. And regular 1x goes there. I can get it in. And the side loader goes there. If I can get it to press down, lower peg, and then 1x6 here. Right, let me just double check that it's the same on the other side. It does indeed look symmetrical. All right, so I just have to mirror image it for the rest of the way here. Okay. All right, so 1x6 there, 1x6 there, and side loader, and 1x3, and single one there, and $90 there. And actually I can use the wrench on these spots since I haven't put the black one in yet. All right, so they go there. And let's go ahead and get as many of these in as I can before I put the other pieces on. Make it easier if I don't have to try and press these in when the other pieces are already in there. All right, and in the middle of that, glad I figured out I should do these for the other ones. Now that I have example or mirror location, so I know I'm in the right spot. And there we go there. And probably could use the wrench there, but should be not too difficult to. All right. So side, side, side. And Okay, and all right, so 1 by 3. There. 1 by 3. There. And that one goes there. And that fits there. That fits there. Orient it correctly if I can. And 1 by 2 there. And then this one should fit in there. There we go. And the not so fun part. It should be one more. There we go. See if I can get this one in place. There we go. All right. And all right, so 1 by 2 there. And that one goes there. That one goes there. Now if I can get these. Sorry, getting a little focused in on this. Let's get that one up. At least I think they're supposed to be up. There we go. All right, I think those are in. Okay. And okay. There. 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 And 1 by 3 there. Single one there. And tall round there. Okay, I screwed up something here. Okay. There. Ah, that one needs to be one more forward. There we go. All right, and one by two there, one by two there, and let's get that one in there. And that one in there. And one by three there. And one by three there. I'm finishing up move 17 now. All right. And whoops. These are easy to knock over from where they are. All right. Hopefully that's secure enough there. And that one goes there. This one goes here. And that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. That goes there. This goes here. All right, and I seem to have one of these left over. So let's see, where are they all supposed to go? All right, oop, that's where that one's supposed to go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right, and so that one goes there. Actually, if I do it this way, that should actually hold it better. Can't do it on the 1-bys, but I can do it on these 2x2s. All right. And there. And there. All right. Looks like we're doing good. We did a little over 2 hours. Manly says, have you planned on doing a trucking stream soon? I could probably do one tomorrow. I will probably do it on the other channel because that's where I've done it before. I'll put a community note with the channel link there when I get it set up. But yeah, we're starting to look a little bit like a Taj Mahal. All right, so let me go ahead and show the front cover where I think I'm going to be able to do it. I think in here I will be able to do it. And looks like, you know, somewhere in here. If nothing else, I might be able to like swap one of this out for a couple of different pieces and fit one in there. Or put a couple of cross supports from another set across, and then I can sit it on top there so it won't fall down. And excuse me. Melee says it's going to look awesome. Thank you very much. All right, let me see if I can do a nice redirect here. All right, let's go to live, edit, customization. Let's see who's available. Redirect, add a redirect. Don't see anybody live, so I probably won't do it then. So yeah, I will probably have, I did get one super chat for the goal. So I figure I will probably do a shop stream sometime tomorrow. And I might have the, excuse me. There we go. Sorry about that. Oh, Tug, it's up live. All right, let me see if I can find that. There we go. Yep. Okay, I see he's live. All right. Yep, there we go. All right, so I've added a redirect to Tug. Thank you very much, Melee, for that. And Glenn says it looks awesome. Redirect is set for Tug. So tomorrow I will probably have one of these streams sometime, also probably one out in the shop. And I will probably have like a split screen with a 3D printer so you guys can watch that as well. Part of the modular system. Let me go ahead and show you. This is like one of the dovetail feet that go on it. Just slide it in and the thing fits on top. As you can see, the print quality is definitely getting better. This is PETG, which it runs at which will stay stable at a higher temp than the PLA that most people start out with. And Melee says, thanks for the stream. Take care, y'all. All right, so I think that's everything for today. I'll have at least one, probably two streams tomorrow. One of them on this. Probably run about maybe 3 hours for this, get a decent chunk further on this. So as always, everybody, I want you to stay safe and happy braiding or off-brand Lego, whichever